Hey everyone, it's Paul here, and I've just recently been thinking a lot about what does it take to make a good story or good characters. Um, I've been thinking this a lot because I'm actually writing my own book. I'm writing my own fiction, and it's a lot harder than you think. A lot of times you're just like, oh, I've got all these ideas kind of jumbling around in my brain, and I want to put them out on paper, or in this case, computer. And it's a lot harder than you think because you have all these preconceived notions of what you like to see in characters um, or stories you've read that you're like, wow, yeah, I was really inspired by that character, but you don't know why. You know, you're sitting there and you're like, wow, I really like this character. I like where he's going. I like why he's doing certain things. His total story arc, his or her total story arc. It just there's something about it. You're like, man, I don't know why I like this. I don't know why I like this story so much, right? So my goal is over these next videos, over for however long I can keep doing this, is to really sort of look at why we like certain stories. Like, I absolutely love the TV show The Expanse. I just think it's enjoyable. I think it's really fun. And on a surface level, I can just watch through them and really enjoy them. But what makes me enjoy them so much, right? Like, why do I care about the characters? Why is this story so intense and it makes me feel invested and I'm trying to work through it? Another example is the Sword of Truth book series, if you've ever read those. They're a fantasy series, and they're like 14, 16, I don't know. He keeps writing them. And I was able to finish his whole first series. And there were moments in the books where I popped open the chapter and I started reading, and all of a sudden I got invested, and all of a sudden I literally was reading as fast as I could because the main character had to get from point A to point B in a short amount of time and was rushing, and everything depended on him successfully doing that. And I just remember thinking to myself, I have to read as fast as I can for the sake of this character, because if I don't read fast, he's not going to get there fast. Right? Like, how did I get so invested in that part of the story, right? Why did I get to that point where I felt like I was so connected to the main character that I was trying to read faster for his sake? Obviously, I caught myself and was like, wait a second, right? I can put this down. It's okay. He'll be fine. I'll just pop it back open and keep reading. So these are really fun topics, and I'm excited to work through them and connect with you guys on what stories you guys love, or even your thoughts on why you like something in particular. Some of the things that I want to cover: Star Wars. Love Star Wars. A lot of people talk about Star Wars, so I won't beat that to death. But I do want to look at that because it is something that's part of our culture and why we look at it with just joy and enjoyment, and even looking at maybe some of its own little pitfalls, right? Obviously, I mentioned The Expanse. That's something I really want to talk about. I love that show, and I think I'm going to try to do a episode by episode kind of review and say, like, why was this really cool? Why was this intriguing or suspenseful, or why were the characters so interesting? And then pick some other shows, pick some other media, some other books that I've really enjoyed and that have inspired me. And really the whole point of this is, as I have been inspired by stories, I hope they can inspire you. And also, I would love for you guys to get an insight into my mindset as I'm working on writing my own story, and the journey that is and has already been and is going to continue to be as I'm processing through all this as a first-time writer. What does it look like to really take the things that have inspired you, understand them, and then create your own story that's not derivative, but that tells something that's near and dear to your heart in a way that will impact others because of the inspiration of other stories that have impacted you. So hopefully you guys will be able to keep tuning in. I'm going to try to put out a video a week to be able to break down some really cool stories and characters, and hopefully you get something out of this. And I know I will, as I'm continuing to learn and grow in what storytelling is all about. So I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Bye.